Our scriptural reading today comes from the book of Acts chapter 1. Acts chapter 1 from verse 1 to verse 9. Acts chapter 1 from verse 1 to verse 9. And I will read for us the NIV version. In my former book, Theophilus, I wrote about all that Jesus began to do and to teach until the day he was taken up to heaven, after giving instructions to the Holy Spirit to the apostles he had chosen. And after his suffering, he presented himself to them and gave many convincing proofs that he was alive. He appeared to them over a period of 40 years and spoke about the kingdom of God. On one occasion, while he was eating with them, he gave them this command: do not leave Jerusalem, but wait for the gift my Father promised, which you have heard me speak about. For John baptized with water, but in a few days, you will be baptized with the Holy Spirit. Then they gathered around him and asked him, Lord, are you at this time going to restore the kingdom to Israel? And he said to them, it is not for you to know the times or dates the Father has set by his own authority. But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem, in Judea, Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. And after he said this, he was taken up before their very eyes, and a cloud came from their sight. And the cloud hid him from their sight. This was an account of Dr. Luke, the physician. And this was just right after the Great Commission. The instructions he is talking about in verse number 1, that after giving instructions through the Holy Spirit to the apostles, this is actually the instruction on the Great Commission. That is, go and make disciples, all people, all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son. This is the instruction that he is talking about at this point in time. But then they had to wait. They had to wait for the infilling, the empowerment, and the baptizing, and the baptism of the Holy Spirit. And we will see shortly that after they were baptized in the Holy Spirit, the next thing that happened is proclamation of the good news. That is, to witness and to reach out to others. As CITAM currently, we've been in a season of revival, right? We've experienced the baptism of the Holy Spirit. We've experienced the anointing and a great move of God in our ministry through the power of the Holy Spirit. Actually, a good number of us have testified of the great move of God in their lives. But then the question is, what happens next? Question is, how come we are not witnessing to others? How come we are not having the unction to reach out to others? Because you see, this is a contrast of what happened right after Pentecost. After Pentecost, what happened was a witnessing. Immediately, when Peter rose in Acts chapter 3, and he gives a powerful sermon, and over 3,000 people gave their lives to the Lord. And I can tell you, friends, the book of Acts, all the way to the last chapter, is all about found people finding people. We see them giving their lives. We see them, we see Stephen from chapter 8. We see James, who was killed, and actually he was beheaded. Peter was crucified upside down. Paul, the apostle, he was stoned. At some point he was stoned almost to the point of death. Historians say Bartholomew was actually burned. The whole book of Acts, in a summary, is about what? found people who are found by Christ in His grace and love and mercy, finding other people. The question is, what is happening to us? How come we are not finding others? We are comfortable in our chairs, we are comfortable in our tweets, we are comfortable in our day-to-day routines, never finding anyone. We are very comfortable that, oh, I once was lost, but now I am found. But never thinking about another person, perhaps, who needs to be found, lest they perish through eternal damnation. I'd like to quickly suggest to us 3 reasons, quickly, as to why perhaps we are not finding people. As to why we are just comfortable with where we are. The reason number 1, very fast if you have your pen. Perhaps we have forgotten the grace of God and the benefit of salvation. Would it be that we have forgotten what God has done in our lives, that we no longer see the value of it in someone else? Would it be that we have forgotten where we were, that once upon a time you were laden in sin yourself, and it took another found person to come to you and find you in your burden of sin? And on that day when you gave your lives to Christ, and you sang this song, meaning it, at the cross, where I first saw the light, and the burden of my heart rolled away. It was there by faith I received my son, and now I am happy. Oh, does it have to stop with you? Brothers and sisters, does it have to stop with you? You are found, and there are many more people that are laden with sin today as we speak. There are many more people whose eyes are blind. There are many more people who are walking in darkness and they need the light of Christ. Yet we are sitting down every day. Have we forgotten the benefit of salvation? That we, just like them, were once sinners who needed the grace of God. We, just like them, we were burdened with the guilt of sin and shame. We, just like them, received the mercy and the grace of God. And that's why, like John Newton, all of us, we agree with him when he reflected on his sin as a slave trader. Yet the Lord found him. And he wrote this hymn. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. The question is, friends, how many more people are blind? Probably more than half of the world as we speak. How many people, even in our families, are lost in sin? Yet we just ignore the fact that they need Jesus. Their eyes need to be opened. The burden of sin needs to be offloaded from their hearts. That they could say, like the Christian in John Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress, that by your sorrow you've given me rest, and by your death you have given me life, as he laid down his burden of sin on the cross. At the cross, have we forgotten? I pray that we will remember that we, just like them, We, just like them, needed the grace that they need right now. And if perhaps you're here with us and you're wondering, what is this grace that this pastor is talking about? I tell you, the grace didn't end with us. It is still at work today. If you open your heart to Him today, the grace will be extended to you. Hallelujah. I'll move quickly in the interest of time. The second reason that perhaps we are not finding other people as a found people, I call this the deadly misconceptions about the mission or about finding people. The deadly misconceptions. And I will just run through quickly, just 4 of them. Number 1 is that the mission is by certain people. That the mission of finding people is by certain people. And we know this kind of people. You know, these people who find people, we have even given them names. We branded them some names, and what we call them, guys? What we call them? We call them evangelists. What else we call them? These people who find people. Missionaries. What else? Pastors. And in our local language, you call them mchungaji, mtumishi, and all that. And sometimes we even pity. We pity because we feel, hey, they're laboring. They're not getting more people. And sometimes even look at the article, we say, oh, he's got the article, no one is coming. No one is coming, and we pity them. I'll tell you, like Robert C. Shannon, that never pity missionaries. Envy them. They are where the real action is. Where life and death, sin and grace, heaven and hell converge. Praise the name of the Lord. I would dare say that the mission is for all of us. It's for all of us. As a matter of fact, we come to church to be equipped for the work of the ministry, so that we can go out and find other people. Praise the name of the Lord. You can see that in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 10 to 12. The second misconception, quickly, or the second deadly misconception I would say, is that mission should not be costly. It doesn't have to cost me. It has to be at the comfort of my phone or my camera. You know, I have to just preach and treat as someone, and you know, so that if anything bad happens on there, I can quickly do what? Delete or remove the handle, and we are all safe. Friends, the message of the gospel cost Christ Himself. He gave His life as an atonement for our sins. Friends, the message of the gospel cost the apostles not just their lives, but their everything. To the point that even Peter asked him, what happened to us, those of us who have left our wives, our mothers, and our parents? It cost them. Friends, if you desire to find other people, it will cost you. I think, let me put it in a better way. It must cost you. Hallelujah. It must cost you. If it doesn't cost you, then I don't think you're preaching the gospel. Because I know, as long as Christians keep quiet and silent about the gospel, there is always no problem. There are no resistances. There are no people rising up online and social media and all that. But as long as Christians begin to speak, one thing I know is that there are problems that come. Persecution follows. It will cost you. It will cost you your good name. It will cost you your finances. It will cost you your status in the society. It will cost you, friends. There is no such thing as cheap gospel. It has never been. It will never be. The gospel must cost you. And therefore, if you're willing to find people, then embrace the cost and say, Lord, here The third misconception, as I move on quickly, is the gospel is private and personal. Let me repeat that. We deceive ourselves that the gospel is private and personal. We've gone to the extent of even misquoting the famous saying of St. Francis of Assisi that preach the gospel. If necessary, do what? Let's do this together. Preach the gospel. If necessary, do what? Use words. Because it's my personal thing. Friends, the gospel has never been a private affair. The evidence of faith believed in is alive, lived out, and shared out with someone else. I would say, preach the gospel and let your lifestyle confirm your words. Praise the name of the Lord. Preach the gospel and let your words confirm your lifestyle. Or let your lifestyle confirm your words. The examples that we've been given of who a Christian is supposed to be is nothing public, private. For example, light. Jesus says in Matthew chapter 5 that we are the salt and light. Light has never been a private affair. In fact, he says you don't light up a lamp and put it beneath the bed. What do? You hang it up and let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. The salvation which you receive is not your personal regalia or emblem that you put in your pocket. It is for others. Praise the name of the Lord. Let me ask us a simple question. You were found by someone who was found. What if this found person never found you? Where would you be? If they decided to pocket the gospel and make it their private affair and stay in their comfort zones, where would you be? The fourth and the last misconception is that the mission is not urgent. We encourage ourselves by saying, when I was a little baby, we used to sing a song, soon and very soon. We are going to see the King. Now I am old. I am 72. We are still singing soon and very. And you have convinced yourself that somehow this thing of Jesus coming soon, it's not urgent. I tell you, that is one of the greatest fallacies that the devil has succeeded to lie in the church. Friends, one of the things I've come to learn in my young life is that it's either Jesus is coming soon or you are going soon. And then I'll add something else. And no one knows the hour, nor the time. Let me repeat that. It's either Jesus is coming soon or you are going soon. And no one knows the time nor the hour. Paul, in admonishing the Ephesians, he tells them, be careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil. Do not be foolish, but understand what the Lord's will is. And what is the Lord's will? Go ye and make disciples. Arise from your comfort zone and go and find someone. I will tell you a personal testimony. I missed out on the time. It was 15 years, more than 15 years actually. Wow. That I hadn't seen my uncle. And then we met coincidentally at my auntie's place on an evening. Something just, I believe it was the Holy Spirit, which told me, go and pass by your aunties today. Just go and say hi to them. And lo and behold, when I went there, I found my uncle. And he was so happy because it's been 15 years. At some point I was looking for him, I couldn't find him. And we ate dinner together. And the last meal we took was porridge. It's a very nice porridge, it was done. And then we hugged. But while we were taking the porridge, the Holy Spirit was telling me, just tell your uncle today that the Lord needs him. That he ought to give his life. But then like you and I always do, I said, hey, this is family time. This is family time, I don't want to interfere. You know, my uncles are asking you, I think I'll do it when we have a private time. Maybe if we meet in the corridor somewhere and all that. But that didn't work, that didn't happen. And so, we laughed, we hugged by, and I went. On the next morning, I was waking up with a text because my auntie could not call me. And she said, Felix, your uncle whom you ate with yesterday and hugged but goodbye has not woken up. He has not woken up. And I remember I cried on his burial. Not because he had died, but because I realized the eternal ramification of him not giving his life. And I blamed myself for not seizing the opportunity of finding someone here, someone else. You might be here, you've not given your life to the Lord. And just every day you're saying, it's not time. It's not yet time. I'll think about it. Who told you that you have tomorrow? You don't have it. It's in the Lord's hands. And I agree that now is the time for salvation. Now is the time for salvation. I've talked about the misconception, and the last thought that came into my heart as to why we are not really finding people is this 3-letter word, S-I-N, sin. 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 That yes, we are born again, but we are walking in sin. Isn't it a paradox? That yes, we are born again, we are supposed to have laid our burden of sin at the cross, but we are still walking in sin. Maybe because it looks good, it looks sweet, but the eternal ramifications are real. The wages of sins have never been affected by inflation. The wages of sins have never been reduced to anything else. It is one. The wages of sin is what? Death. And we have allowed this sin to eat us up. Because you know, when you go and tell someone, my uncle, you need to stop sleeping around with other people who are not your wife. And then you remember you yourself, he knows where you are. You try to tell someone, hey, you need to stop lying. And you yourself, it's difficult. You'll find yourself between a road and a rock and a hard place. But I'm here to say, the grace of God is still at work. Yes. The grace of God is still at work. He is more than willing with open arms, saying, come ye that are heavily laden with sin, and I will give you rest. Yes. Because his mission is to find you so that you can find someone else. Paul, writing to Timothy in his second treatise, he says that in 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 20, in a large house there are many articles not only of gold, but also of wood and clay. Some are for special purposes, and some are for common use. Those who cleanse themselves from the latter will be instruments for special purposes, made holy and useful for the master, and prepared to do any good work. And if you cleanse yourself from sin and you say, from today I want to be fruitful, I want to be someone who finds other people. I remember the story of the fig tree. When Jesus went there and he saw the fig tree was so good, it looked healthy, but it didn't have fruit. If Jesus would look at you, would he find any fruit? Would he find any fruit? Would he find any fruit? We have kept pamphlet after pamphlet, sermon after sermon. Friends, it is high time to go out and find people. And at this closing moment, I'd like to say that God has given us a clear assignment to go and make disciples. In fact, even the word gospel has the word go in it. And I'm saying, go and spell out the love of Jesus. The time is now when we will choose to arise and shake up the world with our deep relationship with God and commitment to obey His command. And to shout it loud to the earth, to the ends of the earth. So that we who are found may find